you all say hello to me? Hello?
Kinda got a thing for the city life. Hit the gas, we about to drive. Always had a thing for the fast life. Hit the gas, we about to drive. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Driving fast, pull it close the bar. Drop the top, girl, I'm a sports car. Shades on my face like a star. Look, girl, we've come this far. See red, but I drive right through. No bottom, man, what's a lawsuit? Chaos in my rear view, but up front my view is new. Kinda got a thing for the city life. Hit the gas, we about to drive. Always had a thing for the fast life. Hit the gas, we about to drive. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Pedal to the metal every day, making dollar in every way. No game, but you still wanna play. Then roll the dice, but be ready to pay. Watch out, cause I'm changing lane. Miles high in my private plane. Kinda got a thing for the city life. Hit the gas, we about to drive. Always had a thing for the fast life. Hit the gas, we about to drive.
Welcome to the Cullen Performance Hall. Please make sure your cell phones are on silent. The processional will begin shortly. Make sure all aisles are clear. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, everybody. My name is David Bertman, and I am the Associate Dean of Special Initiatives and the Director of Bands. And I welcome you this morning to the 2019 Fall Commencement. Will you please join our graduates and stand for our Star Spangled Banner? And remove your hats, please.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Thank you, Elena Klein from the Catherine G. McGovern College of the Arts, Moore School of Music. That was beautiful. Well, I welcomed you, but I also want to say welcome to Cullen Auditorium, one of the most impressive structures on our campus and one of the oldest, on this beautiful, crisp Houston morning, where we come to celebrate the end of a journey and the beginning of another. I imagine all of you have heard all the cliches. You have ended a chapter, you're opening a new book, you've entered a journey, and to those cliches, we must admit they're all true, and how exciting those cliches really are. But you've also been a part of something pretty extraordinary in your tenure at the University of Houston. You have seen a new stadium be built. You have been a part of a college of artists coming together. You have been a part of a school that has its own medical school. And you're a part of an institution that's recognized throughout the United States as one of the highest levels of scholarly success by being a member of Phi Beta Kappa. Your time at U of H has truly been transformational and remarkable. And it starts with amazing leadership from the top. Our president, whose dream in 2008 was pretty much, why wait? It's incredible. Let's make things happen. And a little over 10 years later, much has happened. It's thanks to a provost who is committed to changing the very fabric at times of the university for its credibility in the global economy and global world that we all now can compete even more so successfully. And then it comes to the dean. Again, someone that must see a vision for students, a vision for programs, and a vision for the institution. You have been at the university while all are in full swing. Please welcome the dean of our college, Dean Andrew Davis.
Thank you. I'm Andrew Davis. I'm Dean, Catherine G. McGovern College of the Arts, and welcome. Commencement is hereby assembled. Good morning, and welcome to all of you as today, all of us here, the families, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and administration are gathered to celebrate you, our graduates, as you complete your University of Houston academic journey in the Catherine G. McGovern College of the Arts. In all academic institutions, the most important role is played by the faculty. Please meet those members of the university's exceptional faculty who are in attendance today. Faculty, would you please stand? Thank you. We also have a very distinguished platform party to honor you this morning, and it is my pleasure to introduce them to you now, and would each of you stand to be recognized as I call your name. We are first delighted to have with us this morning a member of the University of Houston System Board of Regents whose vision has led us to becoming a Tier 1 university, and we thank him for his role in that leadership. This is the Honorable John D. Fields. I am also happy to recognize the Associate Dean of the McGovern College of the Arts, Beckham Dossett. The Director of the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Center for the Arts is Karen Farber. The Director of the Blaffer Art Museum, Stephen Maticio. In the pit to my left, the Professor of Voice in the Morris School of Music, Cynthia Clayton. And to my right, the Associate Dean for Special Initiatives and the Director of Bands, who you have already met, David Bertman. The Director of the Morris School of Music, Courtney Crapel. The Director of the School of Art, David Politzer. The Director of the Arts Leadership Program, Florette Fernando. The Director of the School of Theater and Dance, Rob Shimko. And the Acting Director of the Dance Program in the School of Theater and Dance, Teresa Chapman. And I again want to recognize and extend my gratitude to all of the faculty who are in attendance, without whose guidance and teaching excellence and research excellence, our graduates would not be sitting here today ready to receive their degrees. All of you in the room, please join me once more for thanking our exceptional University of Houston faculty for their dedicated service and leadership. And now to the graduates. Congratulations. I am so proud of you and your accomplishments. And today, you are graduating from a special university, a university that, as you have heard, has been transformed during your time here. This is a university that is Tier 1 from the Carnegie Foundation, a university that is a member of the nation's top honor society, Phi Beta Kappa, a nation where students not just win, but sweep national competitions, including in the arts, a university that is a powerhouse, and most importantly, a university that is your home, your alma mater, your pride, and your bragging right. Last year, we celebrated the 91st anniversary of the founding of the University of Houston, with classes beginning in June 1927, and the university holding its first commencement in 1935, with a grand total of 80 students receiving their degrees at that time. This year's graduating class is, somewhat larger. This week, nearly 5,000 University of Houston students will receive degrees during the 2019 university commencement exercises. 204 of those students are receiving doctoral degrees. There are 6 of those from the College of the Arts. 963 students are receiving master's degrees. There are 22 from the McGovern College of the Arts. And 3,769 students are receiving bachelor's degrees, 80 of those from the McGovern College of the Arts. The youngest graduate of the University of Houston this year is Marko Jovanovic. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science from the College of Natural Science and Mathematics at the age of 18. And the university's oldest graduate is David Learned. He is graduating with a Master of Science in Hospitality Management from the Conrad Hilton School of Hotel and Restaurant Management, and he is at age 77. Your journey has been an incredible one, and many were there alongside you, as you know, I don't need to tell you, as guides, mentors, and supporters, helping you cross the finish line. This is the moment to show your appreciation to them with your applause. So may I ask that all the mothers, fathers, and other family members and friends of our graduates please stand as we acknowledge you. Congratulations to all of you too. It's just as big a moment for all of you. I am again honored to have with us a member of the Board of Regents of the University of Houston System, and we have asked the Honorable John Fields to say a few words to you on this day. John Fields.
Good morning. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to deliver greetings on behalf of the University of Houston System Board of Regents and on behalf of our fellow students at our 3 sister universities, the UH System, UH Clear Lake, UH Downtown, and UH Victoria. I'm honored to serve on the Board of Regents representing the UH System's 74,000 students, including all of you. I stand before you not only as a student, but also as an alumnus of the University of Houston. 2.5 years ago, I was sitting in the same seats that you are now, hoping the same thing you are hoping now, that the speaker won't take too long. I'll do my best. The path to graduation is not an easy one. Each and every one of you faced a unique journey that led you to the chair you occupy here today. I have listened to stories of students who have faced huge obstacles in their lives while attending school. Financial struggles, raising children, difficult classes, health issues, and one of the biggest challenges, finding a parking spot. What gives me great pride, though, is the perseverance of each and every one of you. You persevered through many trials and made tremendous sacrifices to make it here, to graduate from the University of Houston. This is not only a time to reminisce about the past, but also to look forward to the future. Your journey to this stage is only the beginning. Whether you stay here in the city of Houston or move away, you have a duty and a responsibility as graduates of the University of Houston to take what you learned here, both inside and outside of the classroom, and apply it in your communities. Your degree has equipped you to join the workforce or maybe go to graduate school, and I'm confident that you will excel in wherever you find yourself professionally. But one of the most important things that you can do is to find the places in your communities where you can dedicate yourself to service. You can be the difference maker in someone else's success. As alumni of the University of Houston, we are not satisfied with our own accomplishments. We want to help those around us succeed. There are future Cougars out there who just need a mentor or someone to say, I made it, so you can too. This is what Cougars do. This is who we are. I am proud that each of you will be joining me as alumni of the University of Houston. Your degree is a testament to your hard work and your perseverance. Never forget that as long as our blood runs red, we are Houston Cougars. On behalf of the Board of Regents and your peers throughout the University of Houston system, congratulations, class of 2019. Go Cougs.
Regent Fields, thank you. We're honored to have you here. We appreciate it. It's my turn now to get to say a few words to the graduates. And as Regent Fields says, I'll take a few minutes, probably not more than 10 of them, and we'll keep this moving efficiently. But I want to take the opportunity to speak to members of the board, my colleagues in the administration, my colleagues on the faculty, family and friends in the audience, and especially to the students, directly to the students I think I would like to speak to, but I also would like to speak to you with an awareness that all of us here in the audience might find something of interest and I hope of value to a message that is directed at those who are about to graduate and leave the university. And that's because I want to talk to you for a moment to our students about your education in the arts, about why you got your education, the value of your education, and what you might do with your education in the arts. So think back with me for a moment. Why did you pursue an education in the arts? I imagine you may have done it for the same reason that I did it, and many of my colleagues in the audience also did the same thing. Perhaps you did it because you found inspiration in the arts. Maybe you did it because you found in the arts answers to some of the hard questions or some of the unanswerable questions that you may have been asking about your life and about the world. Or maybe you found in the arts not the answers, but rather the questions themselves, right? Maybe the arts were an avenue, as they are for many of us, through which you could articulate the questions that you thought needed to be answered, whereas without the arts or outside of the arts, you might not have even known what questions to ask. This phenomenon or this experience might resonate with many of us, specifically because the arts and the artists who make them are among, I think, those in our society who are the most comfortable asking the most uncomfortable questions. The arts and the artists are among those who are the most comfortable at solving the most intractable problems that we face in the world today. This is partly because, whereas, as I'm sure you know, much of the world sees all issues, all problems, and all solutions in clear shades of black and white, artists see these same issues and this same world in rich tones of gray, on a spectrum of complexity and in complex colors that I would venture to say all of us know are out there, but few of us are comfortable enough to admit it. The arts are an avenue, then, to becoming comfortable with discomfort and to becoming comfortable with the reality that not every question has an easy answer that you might want to hear. This is also the source of much of the value in an arts education, but let's think a little bit more about this question of value, because I think this question of value is a really complicated one. I find that the question of value is one that's often misunderstood, especially in today's environment in which we find higher education in general under assault. An assault that some will tell you that we've never seen before, but actually the reality is that it did occur before. About the same thing happened if you read the history around the middle of the 19th century, around the time of the birth of the modern research university. However, the value of an education in the arts is something like the value of higher education itself. It is not all about educating students for job skills, and it is not all about educating for the workforce. It is just as much or more about educating for what I think of as citizenry. That is, educating to create complete citizens in today's society. In the arts and in higher education, we educate for democracy. Higher education itself is a search for truth. It is an avenue toward enlightenment that is critical if our citizenry is to find meaning, value, and purpose in a life of service to their democratic society. We believe that this value, furthermore, is widely applicable to people of all stripes, all backgrounds, all career trajectories. Higher education is a public good, access to which the public university has an obligation to protect. So, just as much as you, our students, are obligated to avail yourself of the higher education that has been made possible for you, and it has been made possible through perhaps the generosity of your family, scholarship support, or maybe through your own hard work, your own blood, sweat, and tears. But we in the university are just as much obligated to protect the value of that higher education and keep it from becoming a private and privileged commodity accessible to only a few. This is really important. Thomas Jefferson was afraid of enabling the rise of what he called an unnatural aristocracy, and that is an aristocracy based on birth, wealth, privilege, or other factors other than merit, intellectual prowess, or the ability for critical thinking and reasoning. Our buying into or accepting without question today's rhetoric, so common and so widespread, that higher education or an education in the arts is a privilege for only an elite few, is as sure a way as any to set off down that path toward Jefferson's unnatural aristocracy. And while we're on the question of value, let's see if we can tie this together with a question that I know all of the parents in the audience are probably interested in, maybe some of the students are too. What are you going to do with your arts education that you just completed? This is actually, in many ways, the most important question. But I am not going to pretend to try to answer it in the way that you might expect. Rather, I see this as one of those questions that must be answered in slightly varying shades of gray, rather than in clear black and white. This is because I think that to revert to talking only about what job you're going to get with your education, about job skills and nothing else, is to risk undermining, is to sink to the level of undermining the value of that education that we just established. Many people have commented on this, but their voices are not as prominent as some others that you hear in places like the news media. For example, my colleague Lynn Pasquarella, president of the Phi Beta Kappa Society, points out that the real purpose of higher education, which is educating for a search for truth, a search for enlightenment and for democracy, is hard to reconcile with what she calls the rhetoric for hire and the return on investment narrative that we so often hear today. This rhetoric assumes that you make a rather simplistic trade of tuition in exchange for employment and income. But this is a false connection. Money and employability cannot be the lone metric. It's important, but it cannot be the lone metric for determining the value of higher education, just like economic impact cannot be the lone metric or even the most important metric for determining the value of the arts in a society. Just because it's harder to quantify with a clear dollar value the work that artists do and the products that artists produce, this doesn't mean that that work and those products are not valuable in our culture and our society. If you believe this, then you have lost sight of the very purpose and value of the arts, and indeed the very purpose and value of education in enabling you to function fully as a productive, contributing citizen of your society. That alone is a worthwhile investment of money and a worthwhile outcome for which one invests tuition dollars. And this is what you are going to do with your education. I know very well that everyone graduating here today is not going to make a career as an artist. Not everyone here is going to make a living as a professional in the arts discipline in which you trained. And and this is very important, this is not a failure. You have not failed, nor has the institution failed you, as long as you use your education for the purpose that it truly serves. Protect its value. We, your university, have an obligation to protect the value of higher education by making education relevant for you. Another prominent voice in the field, Kathy Davidson of the City University of New York, former vice provost at Duke, recently wrote a book on higher education reform in which she makes a case for a relevant education that includes opportunities such as internships, apprenticeships, service learning, opportunities for connecting the work you're doing in the classroom with an impact in the community around you. Opportunities for meaningful first-year experiences and equally meaningful capstone experiences, and opportunities for collaboration in which those disciplines in which the university appears to be so neatly carved up are actually not individual ivory towers for learning, but rather are simply different approaches to the same enlightened end. So we have an obligation, yes, but you also have an obligation, one that you are acquiring today by virtue of your graduating from an institution of higher education. What is your obligation? Your obligation is to protect higher education by using your education as a platform from which to become an advocate for its value. Do not leave the university and sink to the level of those who would assault its purpose. If your education wasn't perfect, then join us in making it better. Join us and become that productive citizen who values access to education as a means of improving and elevating our society, our collective rhetoric, and our democratic processes. And above all, protect the value of the arts. It is your responsibility to explain to our society the value of the arts and your education in the arts. This cannot be overstated. You must not let those around you, including those in the political class, take the easy way out and make the facile argument or perpetuate the fallacy that money and economic metrics are the sole determinant of value, and therefore the STEM disciplines, for example, are somehow more valuable than the arts disciplines simply because it is easier to measure their impact with dollar values. So this is what you will do with your arts education. No matter what your profession, no matter what profession you pursue, no matter what career trajectory you end up on, remember that that is your responsibility and your obligation. Protect the value of higher education. Protect the value of the art forms in which you have found inspiration, in which you found questions, and in which you found answers. Don't forget where the real value of education and the real value of the arts lies. Don't take the easy way out. Join me in ensuring that my generation, and your children's generation create a world in which education and the arts are among the most valuable assets in a great society. That is a world of which we will be proud, and that is a world in which we all want to live. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
It's inspirational. I'm excited for you, for all of us. Now, at this time, we would like to recognize members of the military and all veterans. Will all current members of the military and all veterans among our graduating class or in the audience please stand and receive our applause and heartfelt appreciation for your service to our great nation. All military and veterans, please stand. I would like to recognize our banner bearers. Every year, the college selects one student in the entire college, as well as one student from each school with the highest GPA. This is a great honor and achievement. Please join me in congratulating our banner bearers. Please stand and be recognized. First, we have Benson Kwan, Catherine G. McGovern College of the Arts banner bearer, Bachelor of Music and Instrumental Music Education. School of Art, Kara Kunrad, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Sculpture. School of Music, Priscilla Garrett, Bachelor of Music in Instrumental Music Education. School of Theater and Dance, Allison Nauert, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater Production. Please stand and be recognized. The University of Houston recognizes undergraduate students who are affiliated with the Honors College and are graduating with University Honors, Collegiate Honors, and Honors in Major. These students are wearing silver University Honor medallions to signify their achievements. Will students graduating with University Honors, Collegiate Honors, or Honors in a Major please stand and receive our applause? That does not mean that we don't have... We always have that moment in the fall more, but anyway. And we'll go on for a second here. You were brilliant. We also recognize students graduating with academic honors based on their GPA or grade point average. These honors are bestowed upon those who have demonstrated consistent excellence in their performance in the classroom and in the studio. They are wearing gold University Honor Cords to indicate their outstanding academic achievements. There are 3 levels of academic honors, and each is designated by a Latin phrase. The qualifications for each level may be found in your program. The following students are graduating with academic honors after completing their degrees in summer 2019 or fall 2019 while meeting the requirements listed in the commencement program. Will all cum laude students please stand and accept our congratulations? All cum laude. Thank you. You may be seated. 379 UH students are graduating magna cum laude with high honors. Will all magna cum laude students please stand and be recognized? Magna cum laude. You may be seated. And 168 UH students are graduating with summa cum laude with highest honors, an extraordinarily difficult ranking to achieve. Will all those students graduating summa cum laude please stand and receive our admiration? Okay. And that's it. No. And finally, I'm pretty loud this morning. It's a brisk morning. Don't you just feel it? You can just tell you're getting ready to seize this moment. It's so exciting. And now finally the moment that we've all been waiting for, the reason why we're here today, the conferring of the degrees. At this time, we will recognize our graduates. I'll ask our commencement staff to line our students up, and I invite the dean and the director of each school to present the degrees. To begin with, please welcome our dean and Dr. Courtney Coppell from the Moore School of Music. Dean Davis.
Trying to steal my script there, David. Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the Morse School of Music, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate doctoral degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates come forward?
Doctor of Musical Arts, Chris Brian Chapman, hooded by Dr. Amina Durrani. Leticia dos Santos Lima, hooded by Professor Timothy Hester. Lee Allen Gregory, hooded by Professor Joseph Evans. Nina Bledsoe Knight, hooded by Dr. Amina Durrani. Shanshan Wu, hooded by Professor Erilie Dorough. This concludes the presentation of the Doctor of Musical Arts in the Moores School of Music.
Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the MA in Arts Leadership Program, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate master's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates please come forward?
Master of Arts, Arts Leadership. Maria Elisa Hegg. Danielle Aldea Hodgins. Michaelis Molina. Ariella Eunisa Ventura. This concludes the presentation of the Master of Arts, Arts Leadership.
Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the Moores School of Music, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate master's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates come forward?
Master of Music, Moores School of Music. Milbert Kamba Tumaliwan. This concludes the presentation of the Moores School of Music, Master of Music.
Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and the faculty of the School of Theater and Dance, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate master's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates come forward?
Master of Arts, School of Theater and Dance. Zara Airwall. Georgina Christou. Carolyn Camilla Dawson. Sarai Bethany Goley. Haley Brianne Green. Jewel Meredith Handy. Jamie Lee Joyce. Alexa Hale McLatcher. Christopher Wayne Reeves. Jacqueline Christine Rose. This concludes the presentation of the Master of Arts, School of Theater and Dance, and the presentation of the master's degree candidates.
Bachelor's degree candidates, please rise and remain standing. Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and the faculty of the School of Art, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate bachelor's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates please come forward?
Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, School of Art. Kara Coonrod, magna cum laude. Jessica Ann Bayers. Geisa Maria Branas, cum laude. Tari Briggs. Eliza Aline Dagalisha Kabugao, magna cum laude. Maria Fernanda Calero. Morgan Ibarra Easley, cum laude. Sarah Ann Floyd. Brandy Marie Gordon. Frances Lauren Guajardo, cum laude. Anthony Patrick Gutierrez. Alexander Michael Mordecai Kelly. Madison Lynn Cram. Sahiba Kukshia. Catherine Ruth Martinez, magna cum laude. Shelby Mooneyham. Wendy Perez. Nicholas Wendell Peterson. Estefania Pineda. Connor Pitlick. Cassandra Robles. Selena Elena Salinas. Katie N. Santana. Evelyn Elena Solano. Jackie Tran, cum laude. Olivia Min Tran. Monica Diane Whitmire. This concludes the presentation of the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts. School of Art.
Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and the faculty of the Moore School of Music, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate bachelor's degrees and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates come forward?
Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Music, Moore's School of Music. Benson Kwan, summa cum laude. Priscilla Garcia, magna cum laude. Gilberto Hernan Campa, magna cum laude. Omar Escobedo. Madison For Kimball. Francisco Javier Garay. Kirsten Hill. Christian Ibanez. Christopher Krieger. Shannon Murray, magna cum laude. Shannon O'Hara, cum laude. Kanyansola Tomilola Ojo. Jade Arceo Pañares. Victor Rangel Camacho. Stephen Luke Rougeau. Gabriel Viernes. Aaron Walker. Dylan Dwayne Watson. This concludes the presentation of the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Music in the Moores School of Music.
Dean Davis, on behalf of the general faculty and the faculty of the School of Theater and Dance, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate bachelor's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred. Will the candidates come forward?
Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, School of Theater and Dance. Allison Marie Neuert. Madison Jean Hotman. Lisa Yvonne Longoria, cum laude. Carlos A. Perez, cum laude. Sydney Reichart, cum laude. Roxanne Gail Sheffield, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Woodson, cum laude. This concludes the presentation of the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts in the School of Theater and Dance, and it concludes the presentation of the bachelor degree candidates.
Thank you to the directors in the McGovern College of the Arts, and thank you to the Associate Dean. And now, as Dean of the McGovern College of the Arts, I will hereby attest that all degree candidates presented have been certified by the Associate Dean and by their director and are now entitled to receive their respective degrees. So now is the time for the conferral of the degrees. So, will all the doctoral candidates please stand? Doctoral candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state of Texas and by the Board of Regents of the University of Houston System, and on the recommendation of the university faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective doctoral and professional degree for which you have fulfilled all requirements. Congratulations. You may be seated. And now will the master's degree candidates please stand? Master's candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state of Texas and by the University of Houston System Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the university faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective master's degree for which you have fulfilled all requirements. Congratulations. You may be seated. And now will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please stand, and will the faculty please stand? Bachelor's degree candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state of Texas and by the Board of Regents of the University of Houston System, and upon the recommendation of the university faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective bachelor's degree for which you have fulfilled all requirements. You may now turn your class ring and move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations. You may be seated. I thank the faculty in attendance. I thank the platform party. I thank the family and the guests of the graduates. And most of all, I thank you, the graduates themselves. Congratulations to every one of you. I will turn it over to David Bertman for the closing. Thank you so much.
Just a few more minutes, just a few. Well, you want to thank these people too, because your commencement moment and your achievement would not be documented or on the right pathway had it not been for our academic unit that sets you up for graduation and follows you on the path. So, on behalf of the Catherine G. McGovern College of the Arts and every school, we'd like to recognize the academic team that works directly with your students and with each of you. I call them the team of Carrie Young, as she's the senior in this area, but with all the academic advisors and Carrie Young's team and all the staff and admission coordinators that work for commencement, but work with these students in their academic journey, please stand and be recognized. This commencement would not be possible without them. This college has come a long way and will continue to grow, but there is, and the dean asked me to do this, I'm so fortunate that he allows me to brag on all of us a little bit. But the college would not run in the manner that it does. You've got a dean with a vision, and he's like the president in a way. He says, why wait? Let's do it now. And when you have an energy like that in a college like this, you can tell that you have to have somebody that absolutely keeps us moving forward and continues to check and make sure that everybody is following this great energy, and that is our Associate Dean, Beckham Dossett. This college runs smoothly. Yes, it does. You're like, what? I'm telling you it does. Check the other colleges. All right, no, I didn't say that. Please help me recognize Associate Dean Beckham Dossett. Where is she? You've been challenged by the Board of Regents to come back, give back, stay involved, to be an advocate for the University of Houston, and we appreciate your comments as an alum and as a Board of Regent. You have been charged by our dean to be an advocate for the arts and higher education, and I can think of no greater group to step out and make it happen now. Why wait? To close the ceremony, we ask you to rise, if you are able, and join us in the singing of our alma mater. Following the alma mater, the platform will recess, followed by the graduates, and the commencement exercises of the University of Houston will adjourn. Please remain seated until all the graduates have recessed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the singing of the alma mater.
All hail to thee, our Houston University. Our hearts fill with gladness when we think of thee. We'll always adore thee, dear old Varsity. And to thy memory cherished, true will ever be.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. We will be recessing now. Be safe and enjoy your wonderful day.